Kaylee will be ashamed of what happened today.
Kaylee Gonzalez.
We love you, Maddie, and we miss you.
Madison Mogan.
This is the best outcome possible for the victims, their families, and the state of Idaho.
Xana Kernodle.
We deeply, deeply mourn their senseless loss.
And Ethan Chapin.
You don't deal with terrorists, and you don't deal with people who kill your kids in their sleep.
The families of these University of Idaho students.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Face their children's killer.
I accept the plea. I direct that it be entered.
As he admits to their murders.
We'll never see this as justice.
We're hearing directly from those families, some still in mourning, some now at peace.
We have closure.
More than 2 years after their lives were changed forever.
We embark on a path of hope and healing.
Did you, on November 13th, 2022, enter the residence at 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho, with the intent to commit the felony crime of murder?
Yes.
A chilling moment in a Boise courtroom. For the first time, Brian Kohberger admitted guilt in front of 4 families whose lives were changed forever. Today, he pleaded guilty to the murders of Kaylee Gonzalez, Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, and Madison Mogan at their home in Moscow, Idaho in November of 2022. As part of the plea deal, Kohberger can never appeal. He will be sentenced July 23rd. Now, the plea deal also means some questions may never be answered. As part of the agreement, Kohberger didn't have to say why he did it. The deal is getting mixed reaction tonight. King 5's Joyce Taylor spoke to the victims' families. But we're going to begin with Jim Nelson, who was in the courtroom as Kohberger admitted to the killings.
The look on the faces, the hugs, the tears, those are the things that struck me. And late in the afternoon, we got our hands on a chilling document signed by Kohberger himself, outlining what he did. This was about as matter-of-fact as it gets inside the Ada County Courthouse.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Brian Kohberger, no longer an alleged killer. Wednesday's hearing started under unique circumstances. The judge gave a charged admonishment for people he said waged a campaign of calls and emails urging him to reject the deal.
It's also highly inappropriate. A court is not supposed to, and this court will never, take into account public sentiment in making an opinion regarding its judicial decisions in cases.
He accepted the agreement, which calls for a life sentence and no death penalty. Kohberger cannot appeal.
Did you, on November 13th, 2022, in Latah County, state of Idaho, kill and murder Madison Mogan, a human being?
Yes.
Kill and murder Kaylee Gonzalez, a human being?
Yes.
Kill and murder Xana Kernodle, a human being?
Yes.
Did you kill and murder Ethan Chapin, a human being?
Yes.
Hearing Kohberger say it is one thing, but to see it is another. In a document just obtained, he admitted to willful, unlawful, deliberate, with premeditation and with malice aforethought, killing and murder. It was hand-signed by Kohberger himself. In another rare move, the prosecutor revealed the state's trial evidence, cell phone records, surveillance footage of Kohberger's car circling the student's home over and over minutes before the killings, and evidence linking blood at the scene to DNA on a piece of garbage at Kohberger's parents' house.
Mr. Kohberger entered the residence at 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho. He did that with the intent to kill. We will not represent that he intended to commit all of the murders that he did that night, but we know that that is what resulted.
Now, the full extent of those details may never be known. And to that point, that's one of the things so many people have been talking about. We may never fully know the extent of what happened or why. In Boise, Jim Nelson, King 5 News.
As part of the agreement, Kohberger didn't have to say why he did it. That deal getting mixed reactions. King 5's Joyce Taylor spoke with the victims, and we have more from her now.
In the months leading up to today, we barely heard Brian Kohberger utter a word. But today, the words he said hit hard. Guilty to 4 counts of first-degree murder. And yes, it was premeditated and willful. Still, even with him potentially getting 4 consecutive life sentences, some victims' families say it's not enough. Nearly 1,000 days after their deaths, the family of Kaylee Gonzalez is fuming, outraged there will be no trial, no death penalty. Defiant as they arrived at the courthouse hand in hand.
Is this justice?
No.
No.
No. We're going.
Are you guys going to be in the courtroom today?
Keep going.
Some of us will. Okay.
Ready?
Steve Gonzalez protesting by refusing to go inside. The Gonzalez family wanted prosecutors to amend the deal, requiring Kohberger give a full confession and the location of the murder weapon. That didn't happen. In contrast, Maddie Mogan's family is glad this part of the legal process may soon be over. Her mom and stepdad, Karen and Scott Laramie, support the plea deal, expressing gratitude for the many people they say put the victims first, including the prosecuting attorneys.
Thank you for all your dedicated, diligent, and tireless commitment to justice and the successful outcome reached today. We support the plea agreement 100%. While we know there are some who do not support it, we ask that they respect our belief that this is the best outcome possible for the victims, their families, and the state of Idaho.
In solidarity with the plea decision, the Chapin family, Jim and Stacy Chapin, along with Ethan's siblings, Maisie and Hunter, were also in the courtroom today.
Did you kill and murder Ethan Chapin, a human being?
Yes.
Emotional as they heard the man who killed their son finally admit out loud he did it. It was painful to watch the agony of the parents and the siblings in the courtroom, having to hear the details of how their loved ones lost their lives. But at least now it appears the person responsible will spend the rest of his life paying for it. In Boise, Joyce Taylor, King 5 News.
Again, Kohberger will be sentenced on July 23rd. Stay with King 5 for complete coverage. And ahead of that, you can watch analysis of what this plea deal means from a former King County Superior Court judge. Download the King 5 Plus app on your TV, and you can watch that for free. A fast-moving wildfire is threatening homes and buildings in Chelan County. The Apple Acres fire is burning about 10 miles north of the city of Chelan near the Wells Dam on the Columbia River. Started just before 3:30 this afternoon. That fire now is about 2,000 acres and has shut down a part of Highway 97. Right now, a level 2 evacuation order is in effect for those nearby, which means get ready to leave. Of course, we will keep you updated with any changes.
Yeah, I would have wanted to see the police officers put in jail for what they did. They lied. They killed my brother, and they tried to cover it up. So it was wrong, 100%, and there's no justice. So we're not happy about it.
Tonight, the family of Manuel Ellis is disappointed after the city of Tacoma agreed to a $6 million settlement. It has now been 5 years since Ellis died in police custody. A jury acquitted all 3 officers charged in connection with Ellis's death in December of 2023. King 5's Madeline Carter has more from the family and what this new agreement means moving forward.
You could feel the pain and disappointment in the room as Manny's loved ones reacted to this long-awaited deal alongside their attorney.
Oh my God, stop hitting him!
No amount of money could erase this moment on March 3rd, 2020.
Oh my God, that looks so scary!
The moment 33-year-old Manuel Ellis died in the custody of Tacoma police officers.
They killed my brother, and they tried to cover it up.
5 years later, his brother, sister, and mother are reacting to the city of Tacoma agreeing to pay them $6 million.
Money will never, ever be enough to bring my son back.
Monday's settlement adds to the $4 million paid by Pierce County in 2022, bringing the total handed over to Manny's family to $10 million.
It shouldn't have taken the city this long. I'm actually really disappointed in the city and their actions and how they chose to prioritize paying off murderous cops.
You're gonna get it again. Put your hands behind your back.
All 3 Tacoma police officers involved in his arrest.
Thrown to the ground, beaten, hit, choked, tased, hogtied.
Were found not guilty on all charges in 2022.
Officers watched him breathe his last breath.
Which is why the family's attorney says they will never have peace or justice.
Just to watch my mom cry nearly every day, watching her go to the cemetery, and decorate his grave. It's just been heartbreaking.
Even though their wrongful death lawsuit is settled, all three of them say they will never stop pushing for change.
There's been work that's been done, but there's more. There's more work to be done to help our Black youth.
Manny's family is planning to start a foundation and open a peace center in his honor. They also want to see a garden planted here, right outside his mural. In Tacoma, Madeline Carter, King 5 News.
Mr. Santana's actions killed the best son anyone could ever ask for. He has destroyed our life, his own life, and his family's lives.
That is a message from the mother of a state trooper. His killer will spend more than a decade in prison. Raul Benitez Santana was driving impaired and speeding at over 100 miles an hour when he hit and killed Trooper Christopher Gadd last year. Santana was convicted last month of vehicular homicide and assault. Today, a judge became emotional while handing down Santana's fate.
Young people who drive and speed need to know that it is no different from having a loaded gun.
Santana now has 30 days to appeal.
You could tell she had taken a shot to the chest. And it was the lady that was It was the lady that I should have checked out in front of.
You're listening to a witness describe the moments after a Spanaway mother was shot. This man, 43-year-old Jermel Warren, faces a second-degree murder charge in the death of Angelina Palmer. Prosecutors say Warren opened fire outside a 7-Eleven after confronting another driver in the parking lot. After that driver pepper sprayed him, police say Warren pulled out a gun and fired several shots as the car sped off. One of those bullets hit Palmer, and she died just steps from the store. Warren is representing himself at trial, which resumes on Monday. 7 people are missing after that massive explosion at a California warehouse storing fireworks. This is what's left behind. You can see just charred debris remains at this point. Crews say a fire sparked at the warehouse, which then ignited the fireworks. It's using drones to scope out the debris for any remaining hazards as it searches for those still missing. No word yet on a cause. Republicans have less than 48 hours to pass President Trump's spending bill before their self-imposed deadline of July 4th. In May, the so-called Big Beautiful Bill passed the U.S. House the first time. Then just yesterday, it passed the U.S. Senate. That vote was split down the middle, 50-50. Vice President J.D. Vance broke the tie to send it back to the House. Both chambers have to pass the same exact version, and since the Senate made some changes, the House has to pass it again. If the House makes any changes, it'll then go back to the Senate. That may not be easy. Though Republicans hold the majority, some of them are concerned about the $930 billion cuts to Medicaid, the $285 billion cuts to SNAP, and the projected $3 trillion jump to our national debt.
We're adding debt to our children and grandchildren who are defenseless. Debt is a curse.
Our goals were, how do we create an economy which works for working and middle America?
Donald Trump's one big ugly bill rips health care away from more than 17 million Americans.
I feel good about where we are and where we're headed, and stay tuned. There's more conversations to be held.
And while it's making cuts to some services, it adds $150 billion in new funding for the president's immigration agenda, including money for a border wall, ICE's enforcement efforts, and detention centers. Was it a case of mistaken identity or something else? Either way, a Whatcom County family says their disabled father was wrongly detained by immigration agents and remains in custody right now. North Bureau Chief Eric Wilkinson brings us the story from Linden.
The man's family says he was driving through this busy intersection on his way to a physical therapy appointment when ICE swooped in and picked him up. That was 8 days ago, and they haven't seen him since.
He is the sweetest guy.
Vidal Palomar is described as a family man, a husband and father of 3 who came to Whatcom County 12 years ago to escape the violence of Mexican cartels. He chose quiet rural Linden because of its reputation for safety. This is what he encountered June 24th.
I'm literally gonna cry. I'm witnessing ICE take somebody right now.
Honestly, it breaks my heart. It really does.
They got him.
Facebook video shows Vidal's arrest. The 44-year-old is disabled from a work injury. He walks with a cane. His cousin Vanessa Perez says ICE agents smashed his window and threw him to the ground twice. His disabled placard clearly in view.
It was a brutal thing.
Vanessa says during the altercation, her cousin asked to see a warrant.
They wouldn't show it to him. He kept asking until they showed him a paper. But on this paper, it was not his photo.
Vidal's attorney, Eric Lynn, says it was a case of mistaken identity.
He's another one of these warrantless arrests that we've seen, across our communities.
Vidal Palomar is here without proper documentation. Vanessa tells us ICE offered him $1,000 to admit guilt and leave the country, but he refused. King 5 has confirmed Vidal has no criminal history. His cousin says he's never even been pulled over for speeding.
Quote unquote, they're supposed to take out the criminals. It's just not right that they're picking up people that don't have criminal records.
Vanessa says she and Vidal's young children, all here legally, worry what will happen to them. A community this family came to for safety now has them living in fear.
It's a fear that, if I'm driving and they see that I'm brown, they can take me too.
Vidal's family says they are trying to get him in front of a judge as soon as possible, but at this point, they have no idea when that will be. In Linden, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.
You want to drive us over there?
A fisherman on a small boat helps stop a wild pursuit. Still ahead, we show you the moment it came to an end on a riverbed.
And we're following what's ahead for your 4th of July forecast. With the cold front that pushed through today, that has ushered in this cooler air mass. Sticks around for tomorrow. What about for the 4th? We'll let you know coming up.